Welcome back to San Antonio Sports Star. You're on 94.1 FM, AM 1250. Rudy J and Rob Thompson with you. We told he was coming. Here he is. Jakob Poeltl, your San Antonio Spur, the longest standing San Antonio Spur. How you doing today, old man?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
So another year, another training camp, but you come in, like I said, as the old guy. What's the difference and what does it make you have to do with all of this?
I think it puts me in a little bit of a different role. It's been an interesting experience. Almost feels like we started with the very basics from zero, like just trying to get the rookies involved in the things we like to do, like the culture around here. So I think that's been my main role so far, trying to get all the rookies on the same page as us.
How do you feel like your game has evolved to, considering now we play this such a small ball game? Have you felt pressure to extend your game, or you just said, hey, you know what, I'm still going to do me and just do what I do?
I feel like I've always found my niches. So it might not be like the most flashy game in the world, I found my way to score. I found my way to be effective on defense and on offense, do little things on the court. And through that, I've kind of tried to extend my game and like do other things, especially with a team like this now where I have to take a role on that has a little bit more responsibility. I try to do a couple other things, try and get my teammates involved, like be more of a playmaker. So, it's always little things I try to add to my game.
Now, as the games go, we know your game, and certainly you're a top 15 stat stuffer. You fill every box, and that's really been the predicate for your game. It's what's made you great. As you go into an off season, do you focus on one thing you want to improve on, or is it just maintenance and just maintaining your body and your skill set that's appropriate for what Pop wants?
I like to do a little bit of a broader type of training. First of all, it's about maintaining. It's about getting your body right. And then on top of that, like try and work on the stuff I'm already good at, like try and maintain that, try to perfect that, and then add little things here or there to my game to like extend it and make it more versatile. That's really what my off season's all about.
I got to ask you about free throws.
They're a part of that. Yeah. I think the free throw thing for me is a lot of repetition, and it's a lot of mental work as well. Like just trying to get comfortable with it. For me, like I've been below average free throw shooter in my career in the NBA, but I also know I can do a lot better. Like when I do get comfortable there, I just haven't really found that. I don't even know what it is, that routine, that like mental state for me to just really like find comfortability there.
Who, like on a night-to-night basis, who's a big man that you find like, you know, that gives you a lot of trouble? Like, you know what, like, okay, tonight I'll have a good game. It's Joker, Anthony Davis. Like, who are the big men that give you the most problems?
That's tough. There's so many talented big men out there right now in the NBA. Like some of the MVP candidates, they're always big men out there. So I think guys like the Joker, like Joel Embiid, they're really tough to guard because they just find so many different ways to. You can't just take one thing away and like be done with the night. Like there's so many different weapons that they have, especially with a guy like Nikola Jokic. Beat you with the pass, he can beat you scoring. So like those are the games I really try to be dialed in for.
How do have y'all talk with Pop and with the upper management about like blocking out the fans and everybody talking about, hey, we want y'all to lose every game so we can get Wemby? Is that one of those things where how do y'all block that and just say, hey, nobody wants to lose. You don't get to the NBA not being a competitor. So how do y'all block that out and just focus on what y'all have to do?
I don't think that's anybody's mindset in this organization right now. So for us, it's really simple to stick within each other, stick to our principles and like our mindset that we have as a team. And if you guys know Pop, if anybody knows Pop, you know that he's not a big fan of outside distractions, no matter what the situation is. So he's always on us about like staying off social media. Like you're never as good or as bad as other people say you are. Like just keep a level head and like do your thing, and then you'll be just fine.
Have they asked you to be more vocal, or do you feel the need to be more vocal this year because of your tenure?
They haven't specifically asked me. I have been more vocal with the guys. Like I think on our team, there's different types of leadership. We have some guys they're very vocal, they're very loud, that are like bring the team together type guys. Like I want to say Corgi, for example, or
Oh,
Kelvin.
really? Okay.
Yeah, Corgi's one of those guys that
Yeah.
like really takes over a locker room. For me, I'm more of one of those type of guys that like brings a small group of guys together. Like if I see someone specific on the court, I'll go grab one of the players, one of the young guys, and take them off to the side and to try to explain things or like just the way we do things around here. That's more my type.
All right. How was your off season? What's the best thing you did?
My off season was great. I found a really good balance of like just working on my game and then also getting some time to just stay off basketball and like clear my head. Favorite thing, I mean, my favorite thing in the off season always going home,
Right.
seeing the family and friends again. I had a couple good trips in there as well with some friends.
Where'd you go?
I went to the Canary Islands. I went to
It's off of Spain, right? The Canary Islands right off Spain.
Yeah.
I heard there's great golf there.
I did not play golf, but there was a bunch of surfers out there.
Oh,
I'll
there
tell
you
you
go.
that much.
You surf?
No, I do not
Okay,
surf.
I was gonna say, that might be a hazard.
I'm not throwing myself in the waves. No chance.
Yeah, I was looking back and prepping for for us talking to you today, and I remembered back when you were playing at Utah. We have a friend in common, Tommy Connor. You remember Coach Connor?
I do.
He's not my same age. We came up playing ball together
Yeah.
way back when. What a great guy. What did he teach you?
I like Tommy. He's a good coach for me. He's very methodical about the game. Like he really thinks it through, and it's a very similar mindset to what I have. I really try to understand the game, like really try to break it all down. And I think he's that mastermind behind our team. Really, when we were at Utah, like he was worried about all the schemes and stuff. So I got along with him really well.
And another thing, you played for Kristowiak, right?
Yes.
How much sage did he burn for you?
It was nonstop.
K
before
burned
every game.
sage. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, he started this back when he was at Montana, back when he was in college, and still did it. I don't know.
That was his thing.
Jakob Poeltl joining us here on San Antonio Sports Star. The beginning of the 22-23 season, starting things off as the old guy on the team. And as we watched you progress and become part of San Antonio, you know, as you've been in the city for so long, what have you found out about the city over the years that maybe you didn't think you would like or you learned to like after you got here after the trade?
I mean, my thing with San Antonio is when I first got here, I don't know, I was just expecting this real quiet city. Like I didn't expect it, first of all, to be so big. And then like over the years, once I gotten around a little bit more, like I found my spots, like I realized there's actually a lot of things you can see and do in San Antonio. You just gotta find it. It might not be as obvious as in other like big cities where it's kind of in your face. You have this big downtown area. Here it's more like you have like a little area here with some chill spots, like some good restaurants over here, like some bars over there. So that's something that just took me a while to figure out, like talking to guys that have been here for a while, like giving me like the rundown on the city, really.
I always ask people this when we talk to them and they're not from here. So when you're not in training and you're not eating grilled chicken and broccoli, what's your favorite restaurant to go to in San Antonio?
Oh, that's tough. There's a couple sushi spots I like to go to. Unico,
Sushi's not
for
that
example.
bad, right?
No, I like sushi.
Okay.
I like sushi a lot. There's a place really close to where I live. It's called Botica. It's like
yes,
like
and the
a
Pearl.
Asian fusion spot. Yeah.
And the Pearl, yeah, I like that place.
So I mean, I could give a shout out to a lot of restaurants.
Yeah, but you don't want to get too many. So if I ever went to Austria, right? Where should I go?
I mean, first of all, you got to come to Vienna. Like that's my hometown. Like
Vienna?
that's where I grew up. I can
That's
tell
what
you
we were
all the
talking about
spots.
earlier. Okay.
I can tell you all the spots in Vienna. Like, if you want a restaurant, a hangout spot, anything, like I got you.
It's a good place to visit. Nice, everything. Nice surf. If I wanted to try to surf.
Well, actually, Vienna's got a huge, beautiful area, real close. Yeah.
Really?
I mean, we have a big like river / like lake area that it's like great for like some outdoor stuff like this. A lot of the big green areas as well. So you're in a big city, but you're like a 10-minute drive away from like being like in the middle of the green and like some water and like you can chill by the beach pretty much. Like so yeah.
Awesome.
I love that place.
So they said y'all were just finished doing yoga. You a firm believer in yoga? You believe in it? Does it help?
So here's my thing with yoga. it took me a while to get on board. I think at the least it's a very good stretch. So like even if you're not about all the peace of mind, like be within yourself and your own body. Like you can at least go out there for a little bit of a
Get a good
workout or a
stretch.
good stretch. So I like doing it now just because I get, at a minimum, I get that out of it. And then sometimes it really helps me to relax and stuff like that as well. So I think it's good for me.
You know everyone's name already
What?
on the team? No, seriously. Because I walk in, I'm not gonna lie, Jakob, I walk in, I'm like, I gotta check. And you know, when you got here, this is night and day from when you first walked in here into what it is now. So, but you know everybody's name already?
I absolutely know everyone's name. But I'll tell you what's even worse is on top of us having like 10 new players, we also have like 15 new staff people. So that was like 20 people, 20 new names I have to remember. But yeah, no, I got it all down.
Okay.
Does the old guy on the team get a benefit, like a best parking spot or anything like that, because you've been here longest?
You calling him old. I'm like, yeah,
Well, I mean, it is what it is.
that old.
No, my parking spots and stuff like that have moved closer and closer to the door. But my hotel rooms have gotten better and better over the years. Like,
Absolutely. You deserve all
there's
that.
some little things that I've moved up on a ladder somewhere.
So when Tim shows up around here, can he still get 10 and 10?
He for sure could.
He's like, him and Manu look like they're in better shape now. I know Manu riding the bike. I know tomorrow you're gonna honor him. And I know you got a chance to play with them. They look like they can still play.
I think so, yeah. I think the thing with Tim is like he really doesn't even have to like jump off the floor to be able to give you 10 and 10, like just by
Like he ever could.
yeah. Just his understanding of the game, or like his footwork, and then the little dirty elbows. He'll get you 10 rebounds and 10 points, no problem.
But talk about Manu. Talk about Manu and what you learned from him and being in your small time spent with him.
Manu's been great. Unfortunately, I just missed out on them playing with him here in San Antonio, but he's been around so much, and like he's again one of those guys that just
he was like a coach / something. That's what I meant. Like, tell me like what y'all learned from him while he was in that role. Is he gonna still be in that role this year?
Yes, I think so. He's still around all the time. His thing is like he'll chime in on little things here or there. Like it's not even like a lot of times it is about basketball, and like he'll pick on stuff there, and like kind of like I do with the young guys, like take you off to the side and trying to explain some things. But the thing with Manu is he's also big on just like life in general. Like he's off the court stuff. He's been very involved with the team, like trying to get us to work on our team chemistry, do things together, like understand the world better. Like he's a guy that's been around. Like he's getting up there in age now, so like I feel like compared to these 19-year-olds we got running around, he's got a lot of wisdom to share.
You can't drink with like 5 guys on the road. I don't even know if you drink during the season, but there's like 5 guys y'all can't even take out. I got to go to the movies.
We enjoy a glass of wine at our team dinners, but I guess
who buys it for him?
Well, only half the team is saying it.
Jakob, man, it's going to be a long, difficult season, and the leadership that you're going to provide is certainly going to mean a lot to this team, and there's a definite value there. But we can't come into the season without looking at your future, and obviously your future is kind of open. How do you come into a season like that as the season leader and the de facto leader of this team, but still knowing that it might not continue? How do you look at that, and how do you address the season and all of that?
For me, like I know a lot of people talk about contract years and stuff like that. That's never really been my my mindset. Like stats in general have never been my mindset, and I think if you watch me play, like a lot of the things I do don't really even show up on a stat sheet. So it's just not really my type of thing. I think if Spurs as an organization or any other organization out there, like really they're aware of the fact that really my value is not looked upon these things. So like my mindset is like, if I can do the things that help this team win, it's going to help the team and it's going to help me in the long run as well. So no matter what happens, I understand this is a business, and I really like being here. So I hope it will continue. But no matter what happens, I know if I do those things, I'm going to be just fine.
As do we. Jakob Poeltl, San Antonio Spur, 22-23. Thank you so much for stopping by, my friend.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.